give presentation about taxation in India. So we all are paying different types of taxes to this country, and taxes are the primary revenue resources for the country, and it's a life and blood for the country's development. So not only in our India, you can take any individual country outside, and the citizens from that countries paying the taxes to their own governments for the development. And these taxes are not initiated in present times. It is also from ancient times, also from our kings, Mughals, Britishers, and up to our democratic government. So the people are used to pay the taxes, this kind of taxes. But okay, but what exactly the importance of paying the taxes, and what our government doing with the taxes what we are paying? So we have to know all about these things. Next, so importance of paying the taxes. And first of all, building infrastructures, so like roads, highways, and bridges, and metros and railways, and constructing the seaports and airports for nuclear power plants, and social welfare programs like giving education, health care, and social security, like so just a minute, social security, like giving the pension to the old people, and for disabled people, and defense and security, giving the salaries to the military and internal security, and so war equipment like guns and war tanks and different types of equipment, and public services like giving the salaries to the public service officers like police, fire department, and IAS officers, and for sanitization and garbage collection, and for water supply, and economic development like giving the subsidies to the agriculture and for industries, and research and development, and export promotions, so giving the less tax rate to the business people for expand the exports. Okay, and with these taxes our government doing all kind of these kind of services and developments. And as a citizen of this country, we have to know what kind of taxes we are paying, and what type of tax, what number of types of taxes are there. We should know all about these things. Types of taxes. So there is a mainly two types of taxes. One is direct tax and another one is indirect tax. Coming to direct tax, the taxes which we can pay directly to the government is called direct taxes. So they are progressive. Like so, if our income or if our profits increases, the tax rate on this, we should pay more taxes. The more you earn, the more you pay. The more you have to pay, like this. And so here you can see some of the direct taxes like income tax, corporate tax, and capital gains tax. These are the direct taxes. And coming to the indirect taxes, so it is indirect tax, the taxes which we can pay indirectly to the government through the purchase of goods and services is called indirect tax. So it is often regressive. Regressive means like so it doesn't matter you're poor or rich, or you are getting income more and or less, it doesn't matter. So it is same for everyone, it is the same for everyone, the tax rate is same for everyone. And it is your individual decision what kind of goods you want to use or what kind of services you want to get. And here you can see some of the indirect taxes like GST, goods and service tax, excise duty, and customs duty. So these are the different types of direct taxes and indirect taxes. And in the further slides, you can see in detail about direct tax. So direct taxes, we are going to see about direct taxes first. Income tax. So if you have any business or if you have any job, so you are getting some income, right? So based on your income or earnings, so the rate will be determined. So it is also progressive. Like if you are getting more income, you have to pay more money. And it is and agriculture tax exemption, so there is no income tax for agriculture. The income so the income There is no income tax for the income generated from the agriculture, and up to 3 lakhs nil, like so according to new tax regime, According to new tax regime, up to 3 lakhs, there is no tax for the people for annual income. 3 lakhs annual. The people who are getting the 3 lakhs annual income, there is no tax. And after that, 3 to 7, you have 5%, 7 to 8, 10%, and above 15 lakhs. If your annual income is above 15 lakhs, you have to pay 30% taxes. Like, and there is also so much of difference between old tax regime and new tax regime. So that's why I didn't bring any table here. So in the future, I'll bring the exact. I will brought the exact calculations. So for now, just understood. Take it as example. And corporate tax. So corporate tax, like the company will pay to the government from the profits, from the profits. Like after all expenses like salaries, rent, supplies. So the company will have some profits, right? After removing the all expenses, the company have some profits. From that profits, the government will take some amount in the name of taxes. So it is also progressive. If the profits are more, so the company will have to pay more. Okay. And next thing is capital gains tax. The tax imposed on profit made by selling an asset is called capital gains tax. So it is generally two types, like short-term capital gain, so which is less than 1 year, and long-term capital gain, which is more than 1 year. First, I am going to tell about long-term capital gain. So for example, if I brought a one land in 2004, 20 years back, right? 2004 means 20 years back. If I brought a one land 20 years back in 2004, which is around worth of 10 lakhs. I brought a 10 lakhs land at that time, and now it is 2024. So it becomes 30 lakhs. The value of the land becomes 30 lakhs. Now, how much the profit? At the time, 10 lakhs. Now it is 30 lakhs. The profit is 20 lakhs, right? So from the 20 lakhs, the government will take some amount through the taxes in the name of taxes. And it is more than 1 year, right? So it duration is more than 1 year, so that it can be called as long-term capital gain. And coming to the short-term capital gain, it is a generally less than 1 year. Like so, if I buy any shares in a company, if I buy a shares of any company, and so for example, if I buy a shares of a company around, so which is a value around 10,000 rupees, and after 6 months, I will get some profits. So it becomes 15,000 rupees. And the time of when I brought that shares, that shares of the value of the shares is 10,000 rupees. Now it becomes 15,000 rupees. How much my profit? 5,000, right? 5,000. If I want to sell that, shares to the shares, so from that 5,000, the government will take some amount in the name of taxes. And so it is the duration is less than 1 year, at 6 months. So it can be called as short-term capital gain. And this is about capital gains tax. And just take a look here. Like so, along with those, these two taxes are also there in the past, in the previous, but these are no more now. Like India abolished estate tax or inheritance tax in 1985. Abolition means terminated, or they are no more now. Like estate tax means, for example, if my fathers have some land and any home or different properties. So after his death, I will become the owner, right? So, and the for that process, our government will take money, like tax from that. So this is the estate tax. And the one more tax is wealth tax. Wealth tax was abolished in India effective from the financial year 2015 and 16. So wealth tax is means, you can see some wealthy people in our society holding some very big bungalows and Rolls Royce car, Benz car, different properties like jewelry, diamonds. So for that properties, the authorities will calculate the tax and they will take money from those people. But so these two taxes are no more in India. These were abolished. And next, we are going to see indirect taxes. So indirect taxes means goods and service taxes, basically. So before going into the indirect taxes, just take a look what kind of goods we are using and what kind of services we are getting in the society. So these are the goods. So we have goods like electronics, like mobile phones, washing machines, computers, and different things, and clothing like shoes and accessories, and furniture like sofas, tables, and chairs, and processed foods like snacks and chips and beverages, and personal care items and soaps, shampoos, and different type of cosmetics. So these are the main goods we are using. And coming to the services, so and restaurant services like dining, and you can see, you can see some of the restaurants like, so one is AC hall is there, one is normal hall is there. So and hotel accommodation like staying in hotels, resorts, and guest houses, and entertainment like movies and digital platforms also there like AHA and Hotstar, and this telecommunication services like mobile services, landline, and internet services, and transportation like tax, rent, car rents, and Ola and Uber, these kind of things. These are the services. These are the main services and main goods we are using and we are getting in this society. And now we are going to see indirect taxes. So indirect taxes means goods and service taxes. Like, so one more time I'm going to say, like, indirect taxes means the taxes which we can pay indirectly to the government through the purchasing of goods and services. Those are called indirect taxes. And indirect taxes categorized into mainly these types like CGST, SGST, and IGST. CGST means central GST, SGST means state GST, and IGST means integrated GST, not international. Okay, CGST collected by the central government on intrastate sales. Collected by the central government on intrastate sales. So we have different states in our country. So in every country there are goods and services, and the central government will take taxes from that from every individual states on goods and services. It will take on every goods and services taxes, and from individual states. So it is called CGST, central GST. Coming to SGST, and now we have government like Congress, right? So not only Congress, if any government is there, so within our state only, so the government will charges the taxes from these goods and services. So it is called SGST. And coming to IGST, it is somewhat different from SGST and CGST. Like, for example, if any product is manufacturing in Maharashtra. So I'm a businessman, so I want to import that product to the Telangana. So because of some demand, so for the transaction, and the central government will charge some tax on that. So that is called IGST, integrated GST. And in this IGST also, 80 percentage goes to the central government and 20 percentage goes to the state government. So this is about indirect taxes. And so we have so many goods and services, right? So it is not possible to calculate all the goods taxes of all the goods and services. And so it is this tax determined based on the value of the goods and the type of the goods. So take one example, like, so I'm going to take one example like mobile phone. So I'm going to, so for the GST calculation, so I want to buy one mobile phone. So before tax, like without tax, the cost of the mobile is around 10,000 rupees. 10,000 rupees. And the government imposed tax rate 18 percentage. And in that 18 percentage, 9% is CGST, and 9 percentage SGST. Like, central government will take 9 percentage and state government will take 9 percentage. So what is the 9 percentage of 10,000? 900, right? 900, and 900 for CGST and 900 for SGST. Total 1800 GST. And now the total cost of the mobile is, so the cost before the tax and less 1800 rupees GST. The total cost of the mobile is 11,800 rupees. So if I want to buy that mobile, I have to pay 11,800 rupees for that mobile. So this is how the GST works. And this is just an example. And so for every goods and for every, you can take some chocolate or to the any big car also, there is a different types of rates are there. Different types of GST rates are there for every goods and services based on their value, and excise duty and customs duty. Uh, so it is also indirect tax. Like so the tax, the charge, like it is a, like suppose if I want to manufacture any kind of any material or any goods like cars and bikes. So the government, like not government, so some person is there. So between the governments, they will take charges for that. So it is a tax on the manufacturing goods within the country. Tax on the manufacturing goods within the country. Hmm. And coming to the customs duty, it is a opposite to the this excess duty. Like so, this is not manufacturing in our country. Like so, if I want to import any item or any product from other countries, I have to pay some amount in the name of taxes to the people. So this is called customs duty. And one more thing here is like our country not that much good at manufacturing and exports. So always looking for imports only. Like so this in this country and outside products are more demand, and that's why India facing lots of problems. And for our Indian government and people and so and business people also, and they are facing many problems because of this. Okay, this is about like this kind of indirect taxes and direct taxes we are paying. And now you seen right what our government doing with the taxes which you are paying, right? And okay, so as a citizen of this country, we have to pay all these taxes to the government. What type of taxes imposed on us? Okay, but all the citizens from this country are paying the taxes perfectly or regularly? No, absolutely no. So some people are not paying the taxes regularly and perfectly. And some people in this country are always searching for the loopholes to avoid the taxes. And some loopholes are already there in our constitution and laws. And some people are doing illegally to avoid the taxes. So let's see what are those loopholes in paying the taxes. First thing is there is no income tax for income generated from the agriculture. So it is a very good thing. It's a very really good thing for encouraging the farmers to do the farming. So it is a useful for it is really useful for the poor farmers. They can't pay the taxes. So already they are getting there are so many problems for the farmers, poor farmers, and they can't pay the taxes. It is a very good thing for them. But what about the rich people? Like even though they are holding hundreds of acres of land also, hundreds of acres of land, and they're getting lot of for every year they're getting lakhs and crores of rupees, and they can easily pay the tax, but government not asking them anything. So it is advantage for these rich people. And even though they are having small businesses also and different types of revenue sources, but they register their main occupation as this agriculture, so that they are avoid, so no one asking them about their taxes. And next thing is binary transactions. Binary transaction means it is a purchasing some buildings or land or some properties in the name of others, in the name of others, like relatives, friends, and family members are the people who they most who they trust the most. They are buying these properties in the name of others to escape from the this to escape from paying the taxes. Like so, because other people are not attracted to the this income tax authorities, right? So they are purchasing this product, this properties in the name of other people. So in this way, they are escaping. And another thing is cash transactions. Cash transaction. By doing cash transaction, they are avoiding the they are avoiding paying the taxes and offshore accounts. So Indian citizens only, Indian citizens, they have some businesses in outside the country. So they are getting many profits, and they are depositing that money into outside accounts like different countries accounts, and they are not reporting that profits that amount their business about their businesses to this Indian authorities. So in this way, they are avoiding the taxes. And one more thing is black money. So black money means money earning illegally or unethically. So it can call it as black money. So it is so they can't use directly this money, like, so it is unethical money or illegal money. So if they want to use this money directly, it can be so they can be so they can be have a money laundering case. And the income tax also, they can easily find it detect these people who are paying this money to the people are using in the society. Like, so what these people are doing. So many politicians are, many rowdies are different people in the society, wealthy people in the society. They are earning the money illegally and unethically by doing some scams and corruptions, and they can't use this money directly. What they are doing, again they are doing, like, they're purchasing the properties, real estate properties like buildings and lands and jewelry, in the name of other persons, relatives or family or employees, in the name of other persons. And the people who are not attract the authorities, so in the name of them they are purchasing. And so for that property, we have to pay cash, right, to purchase that properties. So and they are, and they are doing in the cash transactions. They are not doing online transaction, they are doing cash transaction for that properties. So this is how they are escaping from this paying the taxes. And one more thing is charitable trust. Charitable trust, what is the purpose of the charitable trust? Like, to help the people, to help the people, students who have education or health treatment, and to help the old people. So this is the purpose of charitable trust. And some companies, some organizations registered their organization as a charitable trust. So don't don't have any tax in our country. In the same way, charitable trust also have tax, no tax for this. So by using this, they are registering their organization as a charitable trust, and they are getting funds from the funds and donations, and they are misusing these funds and donations for their own purposes, their personal development and their own wealth, and instead of helping the people. Like, for example, take one construction company. Take one construction company. So that construction company registered that company name as a charitable trust. Charitable trust. And what is the purpose of that company, construction company? They should construct the school buildings, like government school buildings, and government hospital buildings, government office buildings, and double bedroom flats. So they have to build that kind of things. For that, they will get funds from the government. What is this people are doing? So they are using, for their construction, they are using very low quality cement, bricks, and iron. Cement, bricks, and iron. And so they built that buildings with a low cost, and they're manipulating the reports, and they're showing high expenses to the government. So in this way, they're getting so much of funds, and they're getting so much of funds, and there is no tax for that, for their income, right? So in the two sides, they are benefited out of this in two sides. Like, they're getting so much of funds, and there is no tax for their income. So this is how the people are corrupting and misusing this charitable trust funds without helping the people. So this is about loopholes of uh, avoiding the taxes. In the next, common man problems. Actually, common man is a very good citizen. Like, so he's the only person paying the all the taxes which are imposed on him. Like, he's paying income tax for his income, and indirect taxes like GSTs for goods and class, and for food items and everything. And there is a inflation means gradual increment in the goods, like on vegetables or food products or oil or soaps or different things. And stagnant wages, and there is no increment in his salary. And debts, and end of the day he's fallen into the depths. Like I will explain what exactly it is. So for example, I'm a common man. I have one small family. I have one wife and two children, and my children are going to one school, one private school. And I'm a common man. I am getting very less salary from my organization. So within that salary, I'm paying my income tax and indirect taxes, and my my everyday expenses, and like my annual expenses. And after paying all the direct taxes and indirect taxes, after my all the annual expenditure, now I have very less amount in my savings, less amount in my savings. Okay. So if like so in this critical situation, if if any accident happened to any one of my family, if any accident happened to any one of my family, then what I have to do? So what I have to do? So my family member is in a critical situation. He's going to die, and there is no 1 minute, and there is no good quality treatment in government hospitals. So if I want to join him in a private hospitals, they are asking lakhs of rupees, and I have to save my person's life. Then what I have to do? So definitely the money in my accounts is not sufficient for his treatment. Then I will go for debts, taking the money from some of my friends or anyone. Okay, I will take the money from them. Okay. Anyways, I save my family member's life. Then what about my children's education? Then what about my family future? So it is not like I can't take care of them like before, right? So before, even though I don't have any debts, also I'm in critical situation. But now I'm having this extra burden like debts. Then what about my family situation? Like actually, we are paying very heavy taxes, very number of taxes. But here is not, it is not a problem with paying heavy taxes. So it is a problem with getting the facilities out of that, facilities benefits. So we are paying the taxes, okay, but we are not getting these facilities and benefits from this government. So so even though I have very unstable in my income in my family, like so I'm financially unstable also. And so if a accident happen, if that after that accident happen, if I get good treatment in government hospitals, so definitely I'm not going to do any debts, right? And if my children getting good quality education from government schools, and it's very helpful for me. But it is not happening. And even though we are paying lakhs, thousands of rupees every year to this country, and there is no good roads, damaged roads, completely damaged roads, and there is no water in some villages, some areas, and electricity problems are there, and water problems are there, and this is what happening. So, and people who are doing, wealthy people and people who are doing the corruptions, they are getting lot of benefits, and the common man who are paying all the taxes to the government still struggling. So what? Still struggling in this society. So this is the common man problems. These are the common man problems. and and here are some solutions for that. Not very big solutions, and some solutions only. Tax reforms is like a, so it is not exactly decreasing the all the taxes in all aspects. Low tax rates to the savings. Tax reforms means, so giving the low tax rates to the savings. So some people are investing their money in some instruments like mutual funds and public provident fund and fixed deposits, right? And from that, after some years, they will get some profits, and in that profits also government taking some taxes. So if if uh, if this savings exemption from these taxes, it will be very helpful for the common people. It will be very helpful for the common people. So you will get more savings. So, and this is about tax reforms and inflation control. So if like rates are increasing, like every item, on every item, prices of the rates are increasing. So some essential items like food items and fuel. So these kind of things. So if government control the prices and these type of things, and it is very helpful for the common people and normal citizens. And social security. Social security is like giving the supporting financial support to the old people and disabled people for unemployment, and also for disabled people and old people giving government giving the pensions. But so if they give for unemployment people, if they give some more financial support, so there is no situation like, so they are completely dependent on their family. And and giving good education and health care. So it is very important, these kind of things, social security and financial literacy. So it is one of the most important topic. And financial literacy means, and so like understanding the tax laws and tax planning, effective tax planning, and awareness about investment, and so budgeting and how to and expenses, controlling the expenses. So these kind of things. And in our country, so the population is 1.4 billion people are there. So in that 1.4 billion people, only 77% people are literate. Literate means the people who know how to write and how to read. And only 27 percentage of the people financially literate. So the people who know the how to tax laws and how to invest the money in mutual funds and how to get the profits out of that people can call it as a financially literate people. And it is a really most important topics. And you can see these above three things are obviously, if any government comes also, they are not ready to do all these things. But only thing in our hands is financial literacy, and everyone should know about all these things. So, and actually, Sudha is going to give presentation on this financial literacy. If she not, I will give, because it is the most important thing. And yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you for listening patiently. And if I talk anything wrong, so sorry for that. And okay, thank you.
Yes, Vinay. Will you explain one more time what is the excise duty and customs duty?
Excess duty. Okay, it is. Okay. Actually, excess duty is, suppose I'm a businessman. So if I want to manufacture any goods in this country, if I want to manufacture any car or any mobiles or any bikes, so I have to pay for that manufacturing. So the government will take some tax. Manufacturing, right? The government will take some tax for that. And customs duty is, it is importing tax. So I'm importing some goods from other country. For that, I'm a businessman, I'm importing, right? For that goods, on that goods I have to pay some money to the government.
Yeah, yes, Vinay.
Can I unshare the screen, or if you want to?
Yeah, you can unshare the screen. Okay, so really, very excellent presentation and a very great thought-provoking presentation. Okay, and literally, I have seen a lot of presentations.